We agreed that while the audience is entering that we have this slide.
So this is going down. Spusti dole se.
I didn't know. That's alright.
Давайте я сегодня немножко изменю командный тон своих этих занятий. Никто не против? А я против. Неформального тона.
I'll change a bit the tone of my formal way of leading the group, and I suggest you something less formal.
Okay?
Okay?
Ее не будет, да?
You can move.
Но вместо этого я предлагаю слушание внимательно.
Instead of that,
И тел других.
but instead of that, I suggest you to listen to your body and to listen to the bodies of others.
Да. И вы не будете держать вот этот четкий круг с каким-то центром, да, вот типа меня.
And we won't have this circle with some frames. We are going to act freely, as you wish.
Это будет все возникающие в любой момент в пространстве какие-то мотивы.
So in every moment, it may just arise kind of a motive, kind of a rhythm.
Который мы будем соответствовать.
And we'll try to follow this rhythm, follow this mind.
А дальше, насколько мы готовы погружаться и исследовать.
But it depends only on you, how deep you're going to go inside of it.
Это личное решение каждого человека.
It's your personal decision. Just think about that.
И я еще предлагаю здесь немного вот к этому ограничивающему квадрату нашу движение, потому как получилось, что он есть.
So, and actually I suggest you to walk through all that flex square that we have, as we have it. It's just it is.
Относиться к какому-то живому партнеру, который нам что-то предлагает.
But at the same time, it's not just the place and space, it's your partner, right? And you can do something about it.
Maljković.
With it.
Если кто-то хочет присоединиться к нам из публики, приносите просьбу.
If the audience wants to be a part, you are more than welcome.
И это пространство, все пространство этого зала.
We have all the space of this hall.
Пришедшие зрители — это тоже живые тела.
So, and you audience, you're just the bodies that we have here in this hall.
Стулья,
Chairs.
изменение пространства.
The changes that we see within the space,
Света,
the light of the projection. Do you remember we made exercises about the gravity, about the other bodies, and the gravity that is between you? And please don't be too long at one stage, just go with the flow.
И это все пространство, можно играть с чем угодно.
And everything is the space you can play with.
Нет.
No. Can I? Dear sir, we are so happy to be here. We are so happy to see you, and have so long relationship. This is so important for us, please. And 6 years ago, I see some participants of our big performance, which we made in 6 days. It was like blockbuster. But this time we decided that maybe it's not time for such performances. We decided that still we live in an emergency situation. Maybe we have to do something more modest. And now we are going to share with you the result of our, we call it laboratory, practice, yeah. I mean, we spent together 6 days and we learned a lot of things, and now we are going to share it with you. Unfortunately, Nina is sick, Misha. Yeah, I'm going to introduce our group, because then our friends will introduce themselves, but now I'm going to introduce our group. And you can see Misha Ivanov, he is here. Nina Gasteva. Unfortunately, Nina is sick today. She lost her voice, and this is why she can smile, or maybe you can tell something.
Welcome to the new world.
And Dmitry Velensky.
It was working well time. As already said, we are very happy to be here again, and Belgrade and CZKD is for us a very special place, full of memories, full of companionship and work and community, so it's really big value for us. And I don't want to take too much space, and actually just wanted to say that this one, it was just 5 days that we spent together. It was super intensive, and it's part of our program School of Emergencies, which we established immediately after we had to leave Russia and have to cut, because before we walk on kind of 2 legs. One so-called international, we had many projects like in Belgrade, in Argentina, in Sydney, everywhere, but then it was very important we had left in Petersburg with our school, with our social center, and unfortunately after police raid and everything we had to really run quite quickly, and we were super lucky that we managed to be on the freeway. And School of Emergency is really follow very simple and modest announcement by Walter Benjamin that the state of emergency is not an exception, it's a rule. So in our situation, when we, in Russia, actually, the School of Engaged Art, which we initiated there in 2013, exactly 10 years ago, and actually this year we have 20 years of Kolektiv Chto Delat, which we don't sure if we need to celebrate something especially, maybe only our survival and possibility to continue. Touch? Not better, okay. So, and the school transformed in School of Emergency because that clear understanding that the world is changing through that kind of very catastrophic way with completely unpredictable future, bring us into a situation to reflect it and concentrate in more, not in the form of ready kind of pieces or art pieces, but more in a kind of a process and also in intergenerational exchange, because you see there is obvious age difference. And at the same time, because our community in Russia lost maybe up to 90%, so it's unprecedented. So I talk with people from Turkey, I talk to people from Lebanon, I talk to people from some historical memories from Chile. So actually 1 year when you lost almost all spaces, all institutions, all production possibilities, so it become really something unprecedented. But at the same time, we have the dispersed community of people who, many of them are welcomed by Belgrade, and thanks to Belgrade, people who really hosted incredibly complicated, crazy, but at the same time also very interesting communities of people who exiled from Russia. But it's also Yerevan, Istanbul, it's Germany, of course, it's Marseille, Paris, so it's really incredible diaspora, which very new, very fresh, and very lost. And we maybe use our privilege to be in that kind of situation where we already have that international context, so one of the secondary, maybe I would call it main goal, is to really support and provide certain links to places and people whom we know from our previous life and current life. That's why in this group you'll see some great participants from Belgrade, who originally from here, and some people who just arrived. And that will be reflected at the level of the language, at the level of behavior and something like that. So I really could give you very long talk about what is School of Emergency, what is the station, why it's roaming, where it's roaming, but maybe we leave it for discussion, which we plan after sharing with you some very important moments which we decided can communicate our 5 weeks together. So that's it.
Thank you.
So hi, I'm supposed to tell you what this is about right away. This is the game where we call the clock exercise, and it draws from that particular non-promoting phoneme called click sound. So you can find it in the IPA charts. You are highly encouraged to participate too if you feel like it, if you feel like to it. So this is it.
слабость и надевает на себя. Дабы всем стало легче жить в этой ситуации, товарищ, точнее хрупкость садится на слабость, а товарищ пытается, опять все-таки что-то хочет от хрупкости, и их волосы пересекаются, соединяются, как будто бы в одно единое целое. Волосы товарища и хрупкости. Товарищ не хочет оставлять слабость. Он все-таки старается учитывать слабость. Хрупкость уже ушла в себя.
And if this time I'm going to follow the rules, and comrade is going to be the comrade in pink, and going to be above the weakness and fragility, will you understand me better? Because I'm still speaking in the language everybody should understand. Should. And now, is it a coincidence that we have on stage so close weakness and fragility with a comrade? Why comrade is so active? Why it's so important for comrade to be above? Is it a continuation of an old story or not? They're colliding. Are they going to become one? In the end, what's going to happen? Do we love that much when we see our weaknesses and we are aware of our fragility? Is it happen with us in our real life? What's taking place now on the floor? Oh, our weakness is flying. Maybe it's daydreaming. Yes, that's what comes after the dream. And at last, they're so tired. But comrade is very active. All those red comrades. In every country, it's like that.
We have to. Yeah, we can make. Here. Let's take the pillows. Yeah. So actually, I don't know if you had want to discuss after that kind of short things, but you know, as if I imagine that we already didn't know why we focus on that lexicon or kind of new words, because we have impression that now our language has changed. And things which mean something which was common to understand before completely changed meaning. Like pacifism, it was not in our English, but at the same time you didn't understand what I mean. Something which was just after become completely different. I guess bad word. And many other things really start to change meaning, and we put ideas that we together should really create, and that was whatever we call certain pedagogical process when we move together, discuss these words, and trying to understand each other, because also words change meaning from the context, what means something in Russian context, or when you move to Belgrade, it's changing, and people from Belgrade get another meaning, and so on and so on. And that's why, but at the same time, to play something on the stage, it's another task. That's why you see a lot of the devices which we developed together, just completely fresh and new for us. And yeah, it was also very important that everyone brought their own, how to say, club. Contribution. How is it in Serbian? Doctor.
Maybe guys have any questions? It would be interesting for us. Totally clear at this moment.
Totally clear. Jelena.
Can you tell us something about the process, all of you? Was it transformative for you? And how would you describe the stages of this 5-day process? I mean, performance is clear to me.
Anyone?
Okay, we will have practices that offered Chto Delat for us. First of all, then we have practices that can offer any of us, like I offer practices, Borja offer, Katya, etc. Everything. And we mix it. I think what you saw here at the stage, it was like we did it the same in the laboratory. Yeah, we a lot of talking about how to live in this. Yes, but this is too pathetic. Yeah, this new world. Yes, I don't know how to say about it. Yeah, and transform. Maybe I feel transformation when I first time came here, because for me it is really something ordinary to go to art laboratory like this. But in Belgrade, it is my first laboratory. Even I'm living here almost a year. Yeah, but maybe transform Belgrade for me a little. Yeah.
Я по-русски буду говорить, ментор просто думал. Извините, да. Для меня очень интересно было, когда я покинул свою страну, увидеть тела других людей. потому что сейчас у нас такое в стране дело получилось такое, как какой-то каменный снаряд, который несется неизвестно куда. Ну, известно куда.
It was very interesting to me to see, well, when I left my homeland, it was very interesting to me to see the bodies that are located in different countries, in other countries. Because the body, the type of the body that I see commonly in my country, it's quite rigid. It looks like, it feels like a stone.
Здесь мое тело испытало такую трансформацию. Во-первых, я забыл, несмотря на то, что я уехал там всего 5 дней назад, совершенно забыл свою родину. Вот, оказался на новой родине. Вот, и потом...
Nevertheless, I left my homeland just 5 days ago. Actually, I already forgot it, because here now I have my new homeland for my body.
И потом мне интересен был сам процесс, потому что он очень скоротечен, что можно сделать за эти там 4-5 дней. Вот, и поэтому, как мы работали все вместе, где встретились структуры словесные какие-то, для меня вот территории, которые не очень свойственны моему телу, другой язык, странное пение, существование, все вместе. Для меня это такой колоссальный опыт был.
And you should understand that 5-6 days for such kind of practice is a very short period of time, and it was very intense. And for example, for me, I'm not that much into words, into kind of this situation. So for me it was the mix of different layers. The layers that I'm used to, for example, the layer of the body, and the layers of some lexicons and words, and strange singing. So for me it was more or less transformation of the intensivity, and that was a transformation, if I understood you right.
I'm a visual artist. I did not get used to anything that you saw today. And I guess the most transformative for me was that I get used to work from my head, and I get used to work from the concept. And during these 5 days, I learned how to work from the stage of the feelings and from the move of the body, and how to start the process from there rather than from the head.
Such a good experience to work and create something with Kolektiv Chto Delat. Yes, my experience very exciting and very complicated at the first moment, but I hope that we succeed to present something clearly, something pure of what is our general politics and attitude to life and world. Thank you.
Yeah, I started to pay attention to words, even more than I usually do, because I also often notice that I'm in my head, located in my head, and such practices and witchcraft also helps me to get grounded. But during this week I started to pay attention more and more to words, and for example, yesterday we were doing choir, which really, it was nothing different, like from what you saw. And I suddenly realized that I cannot pronounce the word trust. Like I don't know, it just doesn't come out of my mouth. And I started to think about that. So I don't know. Never knows. Nobody knows why I cannot pronounce this word by the moment. We'll see. But also, what is important for me that we were creating a dictionary which is open. Like it's not the finished book. You can add yours, your definitions.
Yes.
It was obvious that some words which are very obvious and expected to be present here, that you avoided to mention the words like war, refugees, status of some of the people. But I'm pretty sure that you talked a lot about about the war and about the refugee status, but that decision not to bring it directly on the stage, maybe some kind of, it was present in some other words, even in the title, like the state of emergency and so on. So if you present it, how it would look like?
Actually, we didn't even discuss it to be on the list for the first. This lexicon is not something that is just you see on the media or just you live through, because we have at the same time, quite common experience, but at the same time, our stories are quite unique. So of course we discussed everything that's going on in here and back in our countries, but it's actually an individual and a collective work, and in our lexicon you see just the words that refer to us and to our particular group in the particular period of time. And actually, like a number of times, we really had quite, it wasn't a quarrel, but it was quite a discussion, because some of the group, me often, didn't want to have some words because they do not recall somehow to the inner state right now, right here. So, but if other colleagues had great arguments, and then we, okay, let it be there. So it was quite essential. So if you tried to avoid the word censorship, it wasn't about that. Or self-censorship. It wasn't, because we, for example, today we thought why we don't have fake, why we don't have self-censorship, in other words, because it wasn't the part of our group during that week.
And here I would like to quote Nina, because as I told, she was her voice, but she told me today in the morning that now we try to speak not about catastrophe, but we try to speak from the catastrophe, because we are inside. And now we try not to depict catastrophe, but try to find a way how to survive in such catastrophe. You know, this is why we don't use this very, very important words like war and because it is here already. And this is why maybe we did.
But we are on the beginning of this way.
We are just in the beginning of this way.
The way to find the words that we would use in catastrophe.
Yeah? Nina says that we are just at the beginning of this way, because now we're just looking for the way how to survive, you know, and of course we don't know how to do it, but what we are doing here, we just try to do it, you know. This is why we decided not to do big performances, as I told you, because before we were like, wow, show something very, very important, and wow, wow, wow. But now we're just in the mood of looking for something to, okay.
But thank you, Kira. It's really, yeah, it was serious dispute because you know that the terms was mostly entering from the participants, and then actually we have different, sometimes political position or position about the relation between art and real life, so to say. And actually, right now, it really looks like that many people who are not directly or what means directly face that kind of more violent situation. They have another kind of approach, and it's really very difficult to speak about situation which is so brutal and so terrible, so how to handle it. Then comes the question how art really deals with that. That's why also for us, maybe in this short period and that short, very modest piece, we somehow consciously and unconsciously decided to play with more that kind of absurdist logic of Leksikon, alphabet, and so on. That's why we didn't go too deep. So maybe, but I absolutely agree with you, it should be done. So it's just first step, and we need to find this language, artistic language and political language also. But I'm not sure that we did it this time.
Yes, we did it. First time, already it's done.
Maybe.
I can speak in Russian, and it will be most clear, and or I can speak in English and please translate.
No, we can translate.
Okay.
Sasha can translate.
Окей. Я хотела сказать, что это было невероятно, и я действительно честно восхищена тем, что вот за такой короткий период у вас получилось такое глубокое, продуманное и деликатное произведение, и когда я смотрела, я просто была очень сильно удивлена, что это за такой короткий период было создано. Вот.
So, wow, thank you. That's interesting. And actually it was, thank you for such a unique experience, and I was amazed that such kind of a piece might be done in such a short period of time with such an energy and talent.
Слова, которые мы использовали в процессе и которые были показаны на столе, вместе со своими определениями, мне почему-то очень напомнили метод работы литератора. И Набоков, Барт тоже какие-то заметки. И мне возник еще вопрос, как у вас создавалась структура этого произведения? Она действительно была создана в моменте? Или все же была какая-то основа, какой-то каркас, на который насаживались?
So the words that I've seen on the table and the word which was done with the meaning, like giving the explanations and picking up the words, it's how people, researchers, scholars in literature studies actually working, and it's and of course we can name such names as Vladimir Nabokov or Barth, and this kind of practice actually made me to think about one more question. Can you repeat the question actually?
The question was about how the structure.
Oh, yeah.
Was it was recomposed or it was.
Yeah. How Demons, thank you so much. You did it for me. So have you been working on this structure? Was it, had you experience? Was it kind of a just transformation of the structure that already existed, or it was something completely new? Or as you've told, it's something that appeared in the moment when you had your exercises?
Structure is... I don't know what to say.
I think we decided, started decided yesterday. And we find it together, что делать, offer something, we can offer something and then we do it together, I think. Wow.
Она как раз натуральным путем, потому что мы как бы общались, разговаривали все вместе, и у нас было большинство участников из России, из Сербии было меньше людей, они были заняты более, как всегда. И много вопросов возникло, связанных с деколонизацией. То есть мы это обсуждали, кто такие россияне, как они себя ведут в результате. Для этого
actually, I really may tell you that structure is essential, and it was really based on the daily communication, and it's something that was born in the process of collective work. This time, we had the majority of the participants were from Russia, originally from Russia, and unfortunately we had less participants from Serbia because, of course, we had lots of things to deal with, job-wise, and it wasn't an obstacle, but it was something that we've been focused on, is overcoming some definitions and some kind of how people from different countries understand such words as, for example, decolonization or being a colonial, I may add.
И каждый день у нас были путешествия в разные дисциплины, наверное, культуры, несмотря на ее метод.
And every day we had quite a journey, or an adventure, let us say, because every day and during the day we made a journey to different parts of liberal arts. So, and explored what we have there from our point of view and from the point of view of our participants.
Мы занимались автоматическим письмом на белградских улицах.
Yeah, and for example, we exercised automatic writing on the streets of the Belgrade.
Но думаю, что нас объединяет на уровне рутины. Взяли объекты из домашнего рутинного быта.
We thought what may really connect us, like a routine in our day-to-day life, and that's why we took some objects that exist in our routine, in our day-to-day life.
Говорили о словах, которые изменили свое содержание из-за нового времени.
And actually, in the words, if you know them, it doesn't. For us, we understood that. We just understood that the words that we know, they completely changed their meaning nowadays.
Знакомились с музыкальными структурами и танцевальными.
And we got introduced to different dance and vocal structures.
Мы трогали, любили друг друга.
We touched and loved each other, but on mutual consent, should I add, because we are in Europe.
Actually, everything was already said, but I guess we can call it that practice led to the structure. So, actually, the practice structured the structure.
Maybe we continue in fresh air with One last thing. You know, today is a day of solidarity with Boris Kagarlitsky and some other prisoners in Russia. So we make a small poster. If you'd like to join, we can make a collective picture and say to that support group. You know, Boris Kagarlitsky was a very important figure, that concept of peripheral imperia, and very close comrade, and he was arrested already 4 months in jail, and some comrades from Russia and from France, and it was a big number of people from Zizek, for 5,000 people supported. So all these those of you who would like to make a collective picture, free police, it was a police, yes, free Boris Kagarlitsky, please join. Okay, thank you. Thank you.